Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I want to confirm if I'm audible now, live and clear. Can I see emojis so that I will know that I'm audible? All right, thank you. Once again, I'm very sorry for the delay. It's due to the network glitch from the facilitator, and we thank God we'll be able to fix it up, because I don't want us to just be here without a facilitator. So now we will commence the session. But before we commence the session, as normal we are doing it, please get your pen and paper down. This series is promotional, is dedicated to promotion exercise period, so that our prayer is all of us will come out fly. So I will urge you to listen attentively. Let this session be interactive. Ask questions. Please ask questions. Any language you believe can ask a question, ask question, please, so that this session will not just come and go like that. The question might come from anywhere, I never can tell. And for our level, the management level, don't expect direct question. What is it? What is this? What is that? The hint I'm giving you now, the question might come in a case studies, and we should be able to answer it, right? Whenever the way they want to come with their exam, if you listen attentively to what we are doing here and you make use of our YouTube channel, I'm very sure you will fly out. So the only gift you can give to me now is for you to pass your exam. This program is free and sponsored by me, myself. So if we can try as much as possible to bring all of us together here, and later the person now get to the PNB and didn't write well, and I'll be calling me like last year. Some of you call me Mr. Jami. I failed. They failed me. I say, how? That's what we did, because that last year we run this program at times till 1 o'clock midnight. So I'm still wonder how. So for those eligible officers, be rest assured I will send the audio. Just join our Telegram. By next week now, we start sending material, audio material, circulars, all what it takes for you to pass your exam. We start sending it. But to complement our efforts, please go to that YouTube. Please and please and please. Even if you don't pay for this program, you pay for the data and for your time. So please, let's consider that. Okay, we will now go into the program now. Okay. No, sorry. No. Good evening, distinguished participants. Good afternoon, distinguished participants, or evening, whenever you are. Once again, we are very sorry for the delay. Our time normally is supposed to commence on 4:30, but due to the network here and there, and we want to serve you better. That's why we'll be able to, we didn't make it that time. But nevertheless, let's thank God and thank you for your time. So welcome you once again to Public Service Knowledge Hub 2026 Promotion Tutorial Series. Our continued effort to build a better informed, confident, and promotion-ready workforce across all cadres in Lagos State Public Service. Today's session is on a very important and often overlooked area of the public service rule titled Exit from the Lagos State Service, what civil and public servants need to know. As a public servant, understanding the process, documentation, and responsibilities guiding one's exit from service, whether through retirement, resignation, termination, or otherwise, is a vital part of career planning. It ensures a smooth transition, help protect your entitlement, and keep your record in good standing. To guide us through this insightful discussion, we are privileged to have with us Mr. Olorunfunmi Akibu Kayode, a seasoned administrator and dedicated mentor in Lagos State Public Service. Mr. Akibu is a Deputy Director, Admin and HR, currently serves at Civil Service Commission. He joined the service as Administrative Officer 2, Level 8 on December 30, 2001, and has since served meritoriously across several MDAs, including the defunct Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Youth, Sport and Social Development, Lagos State Sports Council, Office of the Special Advisor on Education, Public Service Office, Service Matter Precisely, Ministry of Home Affairs, and the Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board. He holds a Bachelor of Arts in History from Lagos State University and a postgraduate diploma in Public Administration from ASCOM Badagry. Please join me in welcoming our facilitator for today, Mr. Olorunfunmi Akibu Kayode, as he takes us through the key insights on exit from the Lagos State Public Service, what every civil and public servant need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please make use of your emojis and welcome our facilitator for his time? So now, okay, let me unmute our facilitator.
Okay. Good evening, my colleagues. I'm Mr. Olorunfunmi, as Mr. Jamiu has rightly said. Thank you, Mr. Jamiu Olusoya, for the opportunity given to me to come and share part of the knowledge I've acquired over the year in the service. So as he has rightly said, we are here to interact. That is to learn, unlearn, and relearn. In the process of the interaction, I will equally learn from the 300 of you that you are on board in this journey. After all, we'll be within a couple of an hour. So what I will be looking at, that will be the content of our discourse this evening, is exiting from the Lagos State Public Service, what the civil servants needs to know Next slide. Next one. The table of contents. That is, after our discussion of the topic, at least participants should be able to understand the rules guiding entering and exiting the state service, meaning of exit, form of exit, notice required for exit, documents to be attached with application for exit, personnel management board exit composition, then contributory pension scheme. Meaning of exit. Exiting from the public service is described as the process by which an officer is separated or permanently relieved of his job. It means leaving or quitting the service. This refers to the act of leaving the service after performing meritoriously work with the government. There are genuine ways to leave the service as well as punitive ways. When exiting from the service is at the instance of a serving officer known as employee-initiated exit. This includes resignation, withdrawal from the service, voluntary retirement. Voluntary retirement. On the other hand, exiting from the service may be employer-initiated as disciplinary action, and this includes compulsory retirement, as you can see it's from public service rule, stated terminations of appointment with the public service rule, chapter, section, and the rules, discharge from service, and dismissal from public service. Other way of leaving include death, abolition of an office or redundancy, and statutory retirement from the public service. The rules guiding entering and exiting the service. Before going to the rules, I want to draw our attention to what we need to know as a public servant. What we need to know as public servant. When you look at our PSR, the main rules guiding the service, there is an aspect of the public servant that I want every one of us to understand. What do we mean by bureaucracy? Bureaucracy, that's being bureaucratic. It refers to a body of rules, procedures, and processes by which things are done. When you look at the content, how things are done in service, it is done bureaucratically. The rules, processes, and procedures for the conduct of public service are contained in the public service rule, and this is a good thing. So that means what we'll be doing within the confines of our discussion, we'll be making reference to the public service rules. So the rules guiding entering and exiting the service. When you look at the first rules, and we need to understand that public service rule has 6 dignities. It started from the first one, we have O2, O2, O5, 6 dignities. The first 2 dignity, which is O2, it's telling us that that's the chapter of the public service rule. The next one, which is O2 as well, is telling you the section of the rules. While the last one, which is O5, is telling us that is the rule So the rule that guides our coming into the service is 020205. To be eligible for appointment to the civil or public service, applicant must not be less than 18 years of age and not more than 55 years of age, except for contract or part-time appointment. The rules now guiding exit, because we have two ways to the coin, like the door. You open it when you come in, then you have to get out. We are all in the boat now. One day, we shall be leaving the service. So the rules now guiding leaving the service is Public Service Rule 020709. The statutory retirement age for all grades in the service shall be 60 years or 35 years of pensionable service, whichever is earlier. This implies that once has attained the age of 60 years, one will statutorily be out of the service, will ban out of the service. But when someone have not attained the age of 60 years, but the person has served for 35 years, definitely that is length of service. You will be leaving the service by virtue of length of service. It's either you leave by age or length of service. So forms of exiting the service. Forms of exiting the service, which I have earlier on indicated. Resignations of appointment. The rules guiding resignations of appointment is stated in the Chapter 2, Section 7, Rule 10 of the Public Service Rule. That is processing document of officer who have spent less than 5 years in service and giving a minimum of a month notice to the state government or pay 1 month salary in lieu of notice. Whatever may be the reason for resignation, an officer is required to give 1 month notice or pay equal month salary in lieu of notice, depending on the conditions of service or existing regulation. So in the academic line, is different from public service line and from the civil service line. So when you go to academic line, the academic staff, they have their own, this is based on the conditions of their engagement in that line. But in the public service, which is civil service here, what for anybody that is resigning from the service is either resignation. We need to understand that officer leaving the service by virtue of resignation, that means that officers have not spent up to 5 years in service. Anything less than 5 years in service is resignation from the service. So then the next one after that is still the same rule. That one is carrying the Roman figure 2. That's a withdrawal of appointment. The process document of officers who have spent more than 5 years but less than 10 years in service and giving minimum of 1 month notice to the state government or pay 1 month salary in lieu of notice. So withdrawal indicated that if somebody has spent beyond 5 years in service but he has not spent up to 10 years in service and is trying to leave the service for a reason best known to him or her, so you can term that as withdrawal. So the letter we will be putting forward for leaving the service should be withdrawal. So next. Redundancy. Where an officer service is no longer required by reason of redundancy, that is where the specific job diminish or cease completely, that officer shall be required to leave the service. But in this case, when an officer is being redundant, 3 months salary in lieu of notice will be paid in line with the statutory requirement of the service to the officer. So in the service, in most cases now, we've not been having the experience of redundancy, or that has not been occurring now. But in times of resignation, withdrawal from the service, officers have been leaving the service, like the syndrome that is well popular now in the world now, Japa syndrome. So we pray God help us to build our state and our nation. So voluntary retirement. Voluntary retirement is process document of officer who have spent more than 10 years but less than 35 years and not up to 60 years of age in the service, and have given a minimum of 6 months notice to the state government, or pay 3 months salary in lieu of notice. So when you look at the public service rule 02, 07, 010, it's more explicitly on that. So let's move to the next slide. Statutory retirement. Statutory retirement. The processing document of officer who have spent the statutory 35 years in service or attained 60 years of age and giving a minimum of 6 months notice to the state government. Within the 6-month period, based on Public Service Rule 02, 07, 012, the officer should benefit from mandatory 1-month pre-retirement workshop or seminar. Retiring officers are expected to take necessary measures to put their record straight to facilitate the speedy process of their terminal benefits. That is for an officer that has attained the age of 60 years, at least before that 6 months to that 60 years, the officers should put up his notifications of statutory retirement to the state government. But if it's within the range of, maybe if it is length of service and he has put in 34 years and 6 months in the service, he or she will equally put up a notifications of statutory retirement to the state government, so that within that 6 months, all other things that is necessary will be done in facilitating the process of his document and the rest of it. So when you look at Public Service Rule 020801, all officers are eligible to receive a certificate of service on leaving the service. Like few days ago, the Office of Head of Service released a circular in respect of that officers that have retired in the service will be entitled to certificates of service. So when you look at the next rule after Rule 020801, that is 020802, certificate of service shall be rendered in triplicate on the approved form for head of service and permanent secretaries, officers on grade level 07 and above, for officers on grade level 06 and below. This certificate can be accessed by the directors of admins and HR of MDA based on the HUS circulars, and which has been the tradition, Ministry of Establishments and Training, for officers that are leaving service under their MDAs. So the table indicated what is necessary when somebody is leaving based on resignations of appointment and has spent less than 5 years in service. You pay 1 month in lieu of notice. That is, if he's leaving immediately without giving the government 1 month notice, we pay 1 month. If he's leaving the service immediately, not waiting to notify the government, you just write, then do the payment of 1 month salary into the state treasury. The same thing applies to withdrawal of service, 5 years but less than 10 years in service. Voluntary retirement, because we have 3 retirement in the KT. We have voluntary retirement, that if you have spent 10 years and above, so you give government 6 month notice. And once you know that it's an urgent, so you pay 3 months into the government kitty. Statutory, aside from voluntary retirement, there is compulsory retirement, which is punitive measure. We have terminations of appointment. I've mentioned it earlier. I've mentioned that earlier. We have terminations of appointment. I've mentioned it earlier. We have compulsory, we have terminations of appointment. We have dismissal. Yes. Then we have compulsory retirement. Voluntary retirement, statutory retirement, compulsory retirement, then dismissal. Then we have terminations of appointment. So the next slide. So document required for exit. Document that is needed. That is application letter by a retiring officer. Letter of appointment should be attached. Letter of confirmations of appointment. Letter of last promotion. If there is conversion in the course of the officer's career and advancement, the letter should be attached. Last pay slips. Record of service that should be properly written. So receipt from Code of Conduct Bureau for officers on grade level 10 and above, which concern us as a senior management and management officers. Letter of clearance from debt management office that Skybank shares if the officers bought or loan. Then treasury, state treasury officer treasury of the officer. That's if the officer does not have car refurbished loan. Then public service office, that's state housing board, if there's any loan or not. Then times of Ministry of Commerce, Cooperative Trade and Investment, that if there is, the officers did not own any of the cooperatives under the Ministry of Commerce, Cooperative Trade and Investment. Letter from the family notifying the MDA of the death of the officer, that if the officer died in the course of service. Then the death certificate from the government hospital. It's very necessary to attach it to all other documents before there. Then composition of PNB exit. So when we are talking of PNB exit, as far as grade level 7 and above is concerned, you must have one permanent secretary. That's the permanent secretary of the parent ministry of the officer retiring or retiring from the service. Then 3 substantive directors, grade level 17, representative of the Civil Service Commission, representative of Office of Establishments and Training, representative of the Public Service Office, and representative of the Parent Ministry where applicable. So composition of PNB exit, if the officers is on grade level 13 and above, you must have 3 permanent secretary in the board before the board will be valid. Then 5 substantive directors grade level 17, representative of the Civil Service Commission, representative of Office of Establishments and Training, then representative of Supervising Ministry, representative of the Public Service Office, and representative of the Parent Ministry where applicable. Contributing pension. Lagos State pension law, which introduced the contributory pension into the Lagos State Public Service, was signed into law on the 19th March 2007 and took effect from 1st April 2007. The law was amended on 22nd February 2019. The provisions of the law are applicable Sorry for that. The provisions of the law are applicable to employees in the public service of the state, that is local government, councils, tertiary institutions, and all parastatals established by the state government. Every employee must join the scheme except judicial officers. AI categories of people stated in section 291 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At least the military guys are among those. Then objective of the contributing pension. One is to ensure that everyone who has worked in the Lagos State Public Service receives his or her retirement benefit on exit from the active service. That is the first thing. Then the second point there is to assist employees in the public service develop a saving culture. That's the contributory pension. To establish uniform set of rules for pension administration and payment of retirement benefit. So the contribution rates, we have 8% of monthly, that is BRT, monthly basic salary, rent and transportation allowance, to be contributed by what? By the employee. And 10% of the monthly BRT to be contributed by the employer, totaling 18% to be credited into the employee retirement savings account. Stakeholders in the contributive pension scheme. Who are the stakeholders in the contributive pension scheme? We have the National Pension Commission, Lagos State Pension Commission. Next slide. We have pension fund administrators. Then we have pension fund custodians. The most mindly asking questions, I put them forward in this slide. So to address some tickling questions that may be bothering on our mind. One, can I collect my benefit at age 45 as the public service rule states that age 45? Pensioner, no. The 2007 pension law, now amended, supersede. Benefits in retirement savings account can be collected. However, there is a provision under the new pension scheme that where an individual has been out sorry for that. Disturb. Your patapata. Sorry for that. So, can I collect my benefit at age 45 as the public service rule states that age 45? I can be a pensioner? No. The 2007 pension law, now amended, supersedes. Benefits in retired savings account can be collected at age 50. However, there is a provision under the new scheme that where an individual has been out of job for a period of 3 months and has been unable to secure another employment, a maximum percentage of 25% of the retirement savings account balance can be collected as a lump sum with balance receivable at age 50. Can I contribute more than 8% into my retirement savings scheme? Yes, you can do that. You are allowed to make an additional voluntary contribution to augment your retirement savings account balance and thereby secure a more comfortable future for yourself at retirement. The additional voluntary contribution is deducted at source. It could be a percentage of your salary or could be specified amount, and instruction must be given to the pay office authorizing the deduction from your salary. If I make additional voluntary contribution, can I withdraw from this before age 50? Yes, you can collect the additional voluntary contribution even while you are in service. The only issues is that if you make withdrawal of additional voluntary contribution before a period of 5 years, you will pay tax on the contribution. It is therefore advisable that you draw the balance as a lump sum immediately on retirement. Is there a standard or a guaranteed return on the investment? At present, there is no standard return because proceeds of the investment, which are in different instruments with different returns, go into your account. It depends on the investment expertise of PFA. Let's move on. What do the PFA and the PFC gain by managing my account? The PFA is entitled to receive commission which differ from PFA to another, but subject to a maximum admin fee which is 100 naira as at then. Also, net asset based fees are shared between the PFA and PFC and the National Supervisory Body, that is PENCOM in Abuja. Who can I complain to if I have problem with my PFA? Lodge your complaint with the Lagos State Pension Commission, LASPEC. LASPEC. Who or what is LASPEC? LASPEC is the commission set up by the Lagos State government to protect your interests under the new scheme. LASPEC is to register PFAs, to sign up Lagos State workers and supervise their operations. They are to ensure that you regularly get your statement of account from the PFA, ensure that your contributions are secured and that you get paid your retirement benefit quickly. What is the retirement age under the Lagos State Pension Reform Law? The law does not specify any retirement age. However, from the age 50, you can opt to leave service and be able to access your retirement savings account. So we have different way. What end of service benefits are available under the scheme? Now we have programmed withdrawal benefit or annuity for life. We have lump sum benefit. We have survivors benefits and disability. What is programmed withdrawal benefit? A programmed withdrawal benefit is the method by which an employee collects his retirement benefit in periodic sum, either monthly or quarterly, throughout the length of an estimated lifespan. It is a fund management product by pension fund administrator who act as your fund manager in retirement. Payment of monthly pension will be made from your retirement savings account. Investment continue to be made and you are entitled to service statement of payment made as pension and also see inflow of investment return. In the event of death, retiree as anytime, balance in the account is payable to beneficiary of the estate of the deceased. Then we have annuity for life. What is annuity for life? This is an insurance product. It is a contractual arrangement between you and your appointed annuity service provider. That's a life insurance company. The contract states that for a premium agreed by you, the company promises to pay pension for as long as you live. You will instruct the PFA, that is your pension fund administrator, to transfer money for payment of pension to the insurance company. That is the premium. However, the annuity payment has a guaranteed minimum payment period of how many years? Just 10 years. So what is guaranteed period of payment of annuity benefit? Guaranteed minimum period is 10 years, i.e. if death occur before 10 years of collecting monthly pension, the balance of pension payable up to the 10th year is paid to named beneficiary. However, if death occur after the guaranteed period, no payment is made to the named beneficiary. At retirement or age 50, what is the process or procedures to follow for me to access my retirement savings balance? What are the process and procedures to follow? The process and procedures to follow are highlighted here. A, 6 months before plan exit, please ensure that you forward your retirement notification from place of employment to LASPEC. So that now at least attested and even confirm and collaborate the positions of our public service rule. That we have to at least apply 6 months before our retirement. Collect a pension form which has to be completed by you and your employer. The form will be returned to LASPEC from the ministry or your agency. LASPEC will issue you a bond certificate for your accrued right for past service with the state and redeem amount into your retirement savings account. For those people that have been in service before the introductions of the contributory pension, like those of us that have joined service in maybe 1999, 2000, before the commencement of contributory pension. So we have served the service based on the old scheme, pay as you go. So there is bond on those years we are putting in before the transition to contributing pension. Those funds will be processed in terms of bond for an officers who have served during that duration before the commencement of contributory pension. So that bond will be at least base of what you have put in before the commencement of contributory pension. Like some like myself, at least I joined the service around 2001. So it means that I have served under the old scheme from 2001 to 2007 March ending before the commencement of the contributory pension, which started in 1st of April 2007. So what I want us to understand, the table is here for us to still go through it. The explanation are as straightforward as displayed in the table, though I've explained. So I recap it in the table like what I did when you look at the forms of exit from the service. So those are the explanation. The next slide. The next slide. So before thanking us, because I know the system erupted and take much of our time before we commence the knowledge sharing. But what I will want us as a recap to take home from this interactive session is one, when you are talking about exiting the service, first thing that the officers need to take cognizance of is that we need to have a personal register where we keep all our service documents. But over the years, officers have been having problem at the point of exiting, because it is when we are about to leave the service that the accountability of how we have the accountability of service will now call to question as regard officers. For instance, somebody that joined the service and he has not been very conscious enough to observe all due diligence in terms of taking stock of his data in the service, he may have problem when it's about leaving the service. We have had series ranging from letter of appointment, assumptions of duty. Some will quote the date on their letter of appointment as assumptions of duty. So now, when you now say confirmations of appointment, there will be problem, disparity between the assumptions of duty date. Some don't even know that assumptions of duty date is the date that should align with the date of confirmations of appointment in the service. So we have series of issues like that. So we need to go and take stock of our data in the service, because when someone have documents and data that are not aligned in the service, it will affect the officer while exiting the service. So we have series of issues as regard that. Then when you talk of names as well, there are officers that they are not consistent. The names they bear on their service document and certificate which they use in coming into the system. So we need to go and examine that as well, because at our exiting the service, those things will come to bear. Then at the same time, our date of birth, very important. Our date of birth, very important. Then date of birth, very, very important in the service. We need to check that, because our payslip carry date of birth. So we've seen series of issues whereby the date of birth, there is discrepancies in the date of birth of an officer in the service. That also go a long way to affect officer when leaving the service. And when an officer have, maybe due to systemic problem, something happen in the service, like if you are on grade level 8 and peradventure because of systemic problem you are erroneously placed on grade level 10 by virtue of the salary you are receiving, and you think you are enjoying it, everything will haunt the officer when the officer is about to leave the service. It will just be like the officer has been enjoying what you have to regurgitate when it's about leaving the service. So I've spoken about disparity in terms of assumptions of duty date and confirmations of appointment. Then at the same time, all our promotion letters and our conversion advancement letters, we need to be conscious of the letter we receive, so that if there is any error while we are in service, it will not be when we are about to leave the service that we now be writing that file number, there's problem, file number of the letter given to me, either promotion letters, either letter of conversion or advancement. So all those things we have to take cognizance of it. So all those things must align So alignment of data, very important in the service. But that is why some people will put in length of service, length of years in service, and they will retire, and to process their retirement benefit, there will be issue. So all those things, we need to take cognizance of it. So with this, our discussion this evening, I think we need to go and dust our service document and the certificates that we have acquired over the years, which we use in in the service, and ensure that everything align. In names, everything aligns. Then our assumptions of duty certificate, the date we assume duty, everybody know that for confirmation is 2 years. So when is below 2 years, your assumptions of duty date and the date of your confirmations of appointment, you should know that something is happening, except otherwise, except there is a letter backing it by the Civil Service Commission that so reason this person. So we need to take cognizance of that. So the bottom line of exiting is that we need to go back to our home, dust our data, and make sure that our data align. So with this, let me just rest my this thing, and I say thank you to everybody for your rapt attention. Thank you.
Let the emojis come in. Let's appreciate our facilitator. It's very important so that we can come again. Let's keep on rolling. We have 200 and almost 300 here. Wow, nice one. Yeah, I think we'll be able to learn one or two things, most especially composition of PMB is very key. Please, is very key. This composition always come out every year. If you don't get it on the rating, you will surely come across about it on the CBT or the aura. Please. I can see question like focusing on pension. I don't want us to um, stress ourselves much on the pension here. On Monday, we are bringing in the Director Pension, Lagos State Pension Commission, to this call on Monday. Okay, so I think it's because the topic is about exits. That is why our facilitator branch by to that. So if you want to ask any question, I will appeal to you, come up on anything management like the composition of that PMB, like the document to submit, if you want to retire, like what and what to submit. If you have anybody that have already jackpot and are ready to, you want to help the person to get his entitlement. So anything managerial stuff, let's ask about that. So keep your question till Monday. When we to Monday when we bring in the pension person, the person in charge of pension disbursement and what have you. So please ask question, ask question. Now, before I go into question and answer segment, please, once again, access our YouTube channel. The program we did yesterday is on YouTube, and this one also will go live on YouTube tomorrow. Please join our channel, WhatsApp channel, Telegram channel. especially if you know that you are eligible for your 2026 promotion exercise. Because by next week, we start sending materials that will guide you in all cadre, all field. It's very important. Please join our channel, especially the Telegram that can accommodate many. Thank you. Okay, Adeshina Molola, unmute yourself. Please, if you are coming in, your name and your ministry, then let your question be brief. Thank you. Additional, you are on the floor.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Adeshina Molola Kafayat, Office of Internal Audit. Please, I would want to ask, if an officer who has spent 10 years in service fails to notify for exit, what are the steps to be taken administratively? Thank you.
Okay, additional. Can you come again with your question? Sorry.
The system is doing something. The host would like you to Please, additional your question again.
Okay, sir. I said, if an officer, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello, sir.
Hello, you are on.
Okay, sir. I said, if an officer who has spent, hello, sir.
Yes, I'm with you. Hello.
Okay, sir. I said, if an officer who has spent 10 years in service fails to notify for exit, what are the steps to be taken administratively? Thank you, sir.
Administratively, when an officer who has spent 10 years above in the service fail to notify, that means the officers has violated the rules, process, and procedures of exiting the service. So the next thing you need to do is to do the needful. You query the officers, and after the query, you try as much as possible to make sure the query get to the known address of the officer. If it happen that he has japa, it should be pasted on the known address of the officer. Then the next thing is that you institute a well-constituted PMB to address the officer's issue. So if it has been cleared that the officers has japa and he didn't follow the rules, procedures, and process of the service, so that is what you can do. Hello, ma. Are you on? Any?
Yes, I'm on. But it's breaking.
It's breaking.
It's breaking. Yes, sir. It's breaking, sir.
You said if an officer who has put in 10 years in service decided
Yes,
to go on absent from duty without authorized leave.
Yes, sir.
It shows that the officers knows what he's doing because he has put in 10 years in service and there is no ignoramus in law. So necessary administrative process that will lead to well-constituted PMB will be done. And based on the discipline aspect of PSR, whatever discipline that should be meted out on the officer will be done appropriately. So that's just it.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
Ogunlana, unmute yourself. Ogula Nimota.
Yes, good evening, my upline and the downline colleagues, and to the facilitator, Mr. Akibo. We appreciate you, sir. And we're able to put us through the process and the procedure of exit in the service. You really educated us on the employee-initiated exit and employer-initiated exit. I'm just hearing that for the first time, though I know the types of exit that we have, but you are able to categorize it. It's a good, it's a job well done. Thank you for.
You are welcome. Thank you.
That. And for the facility. Thank you, sir. Now my question is on the assumption of duty, the date on the assumption of duty certificate. That we said it must be compulsorily 2 years, compulsorily 2 years anniversary date on assumption of duty for confirmation of appointment. In case that years back, like when I joined service, the date on confirmation of appointment was based on not on assumption of duty, but on the date, the date on the letter of employment or on probation. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, is that your question?
That is the question. The quoted date on assumption of duty certificate given to us is not the same thing with the date on confirmation of appointment, but it is 2 years anniversary. My
I'm listening
appointment letter reads my appointment letter is 4th of August.
4th of what?
Confirmation supposed to, according to you, 4th of August.
4th of August, which year?
4th, 2000.
2000, good.
2000, yes.
Your assumptions of duty date.
And confirmation.
I'm coming, wait.
Your 8th of August. 8th of August.
You said what?
8th of August. My assumption of duty certificate.
Wait. You assume duty 8th of August, 2000.
August, 2000, okay. Yes.
What is on your what is on your date of what is on your confirmation of appointment?
Date of confirmation of appointment. 4th of August 2002.
4th of August 2002.
Which is 2 years anniversary.
My sister.
My
sister. Don't belabor yourself too much. Let me just educate you where you stop. I'm not saying compulsorily your date of I'm not saying compulsorily your date of assumptions of duty must be the same thing with the date of confirmations of appointment. I'm not saying compulsorily, because circumstances may warrant it that it may extend 2 years. Are you following me?
I'm with you, sir.
Yeah. Circumstances may warrant it may extend 2 years. Here now, what you are having here now, you are having date on your letter of appointment as 4th August 2000. Your date of assumption of duty is 8th August. It means that it was the 8th, your letter of appointment read 4th of August 2000. You didn't resume that day. You resume 5 days later. Are you with me now?
Yes,
you resume 5 days later. Everything being equal, if then your combined exam, you pass it and you fulfill all other righteousness, you have satisfactory record of service. You don't have any disciplinary action. Are you with me? Your confirmations of appointment supposed to read 8th August 2002. Everything being equal. Are you with me? Everything being equal. Your confirmations of appointment supposed to be 8 August 2002, not 4 August 2002. It means it's less than 2 years by that 4 days, because you didn't assume office on the day you are giving the letter of appointment. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Are you with me? It means it's less than 2 years. I will read the clause for you in the public service rule. Are you care to listen so that I read it for you?
That's why we are here.
It's evidence based.
Yes.
Confirmation of appointment is evidence based. Should I do that?
Yes, sir. Read on, sir.
Confirmations of appointment. The first thing, when you look at chapter 2, section 3, rule 4 of what? Of public service rule, it is clear on that. It stated the probationary period shall last a maximum of 2 years. Probationary, your appointment is on probationary. Shall last.
It's on probation, yes.
On probation. Period shall last a maximum of what? 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. So what you are having, the day you assume duty, which is date on your assumptions of duty, is on the 8th August 2000. So everything being equal, mark my word, everything being equal, if you fulfill all righteousness, your confirmations of appointment should be 8th August 2002.
2002.
Yes, that's just it. So that means there is one thing or the other that is mixed up. So meet and your admin and HR tender the photocopy of your letter of appointment, letter of confirmations of appointment, and letter of assumptions of duty. So let him or her educate you more on it. But if you have issue on it after that and you are not still convinced, you can come to my office here in the Civil Service Commission 309. So I look at it, then we'll be able to talk it out. So thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The second question is on composition of PMB, a well-constituted PMB. I'm not sure that I saw your write-up that we need a representative of Ministry of Justice.
No, if you are talking of discipline.
Okay.
That is when you are talking of discipline. This is an exit.
Yes, I know.
Hello.
I just want to. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
We need legal guidance when it comes to
discipline only.
So that is why we always have Ministry of Justice as
Thank you very much.
Discipline. So hope you are okay.
I'm okay. Thank you very much.
I'm also learning from you. I'm learning from you. Thank you, my sister. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Yes. Akiri Kehinde.
Hello, sir.
Akiri, you have the floor. Olushola, unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my sister.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, good evening, sir.
I can hear you. Good evening.
We appreciate the lecture. It's very insightful. My question is not much. I just want to know the procedure for
your ministry.
Sir? Oh, sorry, sir. I'm from Office of Internal Audit. I'm an internal auditor. I want to know the procedure for an officer that has exited the system or wants to claim the 25% pension that he has contributed. Where will it start from? Is it the office? Just take us through the procedure and the documents the person will require. Because sometimes they are confused that if they have to go to their parents' ministry or PSO or the ministry where they served last So, sir, please just take us through the process and the documents they will actually need to be able to pay.
The man on pension will be on hand on Monday to take you through all those procedures. So there is no point belaboring ourselves on that. So you just need to be on Monday. So we will take you through that. My own is just to at least expose ourselves to exiting the service, and which I have done. So just keep the question till Monday. Even the moderator have told you that when you have questions that are bordering on a pension and the rest of it, you should keep it till Monday for a pension expert to handle that. But if it is on establishment issue, so you can raise it. So I will surely answer you. And if I don't understand it, I will tell you, come to my office. I will open the PSR. We look at it together, so we'll be able to have a meeting point on it.
Okay. Infinite X110. Unmute yourself.
Good evening.
Your name and your ministry.
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, you are welcome.
Sorry, sir. Entering, something took me out. So when I entered again, he now brought my ID because I put my name first, but
Your
something
name
was
and
not
your
coming
ministry.
up, and it was going off and on. That was why my name is not showing. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
I'm Jaskala Mafsat Olufumlayo. I'm from Office of Auditor General for Local Government.
Okay, you are welcome.
The question I want to ask is on voluntary retirement.
Okay.
You said if the person is going to exist from service. Oh, sorry. Good evening, sir. I'm supposed to greet
Good evening.
first.
Good
I'm
evening.
sorry.
Good evening. You are welcome. Don't worry. Don't
Good
worry.
evening,
Go on.
everybody. My
You are
colleague.
welcome. You are welcome. Good evening.
You said if somebody is existing from service, voluntary retirement, that if the person is going without not telling Lagos State government that the person didn't wait till the actual time for the person to retire, that is going to urgently paid back 3 months salary. Lagos State salary.
Is that your question? Is that your question? Hello? Ṣé ilé ọ̀hún mú tìmí náà? Hello?
I think it's network. Adebayo, unmute yourself. Nick Akinola, unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Thank
madam.
you, our facilitator, and thank you, our moderator. I work with the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources.
Okay.
And my question is on an officer that is retiring next year.
Okay.
He will be retiring next year, October to be precise.
Okay.
And his notional date is 1st of July. So, I want to ask, is he eligible for any promotion before that time? He's currently on level 16. So does he have to go through the promotion exercise before that retirement date? Thank you, sir.
If his notional date is 1st of
1st
January.
of July. Yes, sir.
No, if it is 1st of January.
Okay.
If it is 1st of January.
If
it is 1st of January, are you getting me?
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir.
If it is 1st of January,
okay.
He can do promotion.
Okay.
But once his notional date is 1st of July,
Yes.
You get it? And he's leaving the service that day. That means he cannot.
No, he's not leaving the service that day. He's leaving the service in October.
So
Yes.
he's eligible to do promotion. I thought you said his notional date is the date of leaving the service is 1st of July.
No. He's
eligible to do promotion. Yes,
okay.
He's eligible to do promotion.
Okay.
Do
Thank
promotion
you very much, sir.
Because the notional date of those people that are leaving the doing the promotion of next year, this year now, they have that of January and July.
Okay.
You get it? Are you getting it? And since he will be leaving service for October, he's eligible to go to leave the service with his grade level 17 now.
Okay, sir.
His promotion. You shouldn't deny him his promotion. He's qualified. Even if he will be leaving service for July 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th,
Yes.
And his final date is 4th of July that year. He's prima facie qualified.
Okay.
It's only that he will not benefit financially. They will benefit by if he's successful. So all the best.
Thank you very much for the clarity. God bless you.
Thank you.
Rashida, iPhone. You have the floor.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, you are welcome.
Okay, good evening, sirs.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, I'm going to take you back to the speaker, the first speaker. She was talking about, she said, if an officer who has spent 10 years in service, can you hear me?
Sorry, excuse me. Your name and your ministry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Rashida Abisola Junaid. I'm with the Lagos State House of Assembly.
Okay, you are
level
welcome.
13. Yes, thank you very much. So the first speaker was talking about an officer who has spent 10 years in service, who fails to notify his or her own exit.
Okay.
What are the steps to take administratively? I know you mentioned that the officer has already violated the rules. A query would be sent to the officer's house. And if the officer has jackpot, it should be stated on the...
It is confirmed that officers has jackpot, because there are some certain steps you need to take before sending a query to an officer.
Okay.
You are talking of an officer that just decide to leave his duty post, maybe for a few days.
Okay.
For maybe an exigency or family issue or the rest of it. You have to do the needful by trying to get in touch with the officer. Most especially if the officer have not been doing that before.
Okay.
You don't know him to be a perpetual latecomer and address of it, because before you issue query, there are some phase movement you must make.
Yes.
Because we hold ourselves social contract. You get it? But if you have been confirmed that the officers has changed gear,
yes, sir.
You have said here, Japa.
Yeah.
That one he has resolved to relocate to whichever area he think is greener than here.
Yes.
You have to do the needful. The administrative process need to go, because you must indicate that the officers left his duty post without leave, without authorization. Even there is a clause in the public service rule that said if you leave the shore of Nigeria without head of service approval, is summary dismissal. It's there. I can read it in the public service rule. So for officers that are putting in over 10 years in service, is not graying in the service. You cannot tell me I don't know. You get what I'm talking about. You cannot tell me I don't know. So, so it's clear.
So, sir, my question is, what if it happens that the officer has jackpot and they still constitute a PMB for the person? You were talking about them issuing like a disciplinary something for him, even if he has jackpot.
No, I'm saying that if he has jackpot, jackpot is a different thing. In most cases, you are unable to access the officer that has jackpot.
Okay. I understand you now.
And we have some officers that has jackpot that are communicado. they will communicate to
Okay.
you and let you know that this is the state of things. You
Okay.
get it
Okay.
now. So
Yes, I
through
understand
the
now.
response of the officers, you will know the step to be taken. Because if you
Okay.
don't do the needful, you don't do the necessary step,
Yes, sir.
the blame will be on the head of the admin and HR of that agency for
Okay.
not doing the needful,
All right.
because he has left his duty post without authorization.
Yes, sir.
That is that about that.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
All right, sir.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Away. Meet yourself.
This is Mr.
Hello,
Adebayo
good
now, sir.
evening. Hello, good evening. Somebody is speaking also. There is one Adebayo speaking. So who speaks first?
Okay, Adebayo.
Yes,
There is one Adebayo Adeyinka speaking
this
simultaneously
is
with me.
Mr.
So
Adebayo
who speaks first?
Adeyinka from Ministry of Education, Education
So,
District 6, Ikeja.
Okay, be brief,
My
please.
question is under the statutory retirement. My question goes like thus: how can an officer be dismissed, and what are those things that he or she need to do, or what are those things that will be given to him after he's been dismissed from service? Is he entitled to
That
anything?
means that one is under discipline, my brother. That is the first punishment in discipline. When you go and look at the PSR chapter 4, go and look at the
Okay.
PSR chapter 4. When you look at the PSR chapter 4, section 5, section 501, that is where dismiss is. It must be a grievous offense for an officer to be dismissed in the service. And in most cases, if the offense is so grievous for the officers, there are some certain
Okay.
things that the officer will lose. The first one is that what he has contributed, the system may be magnanimous to allow him to go with what he has contributed, but government contribution will not be given to him. And if he's occupying staff quarter, he will be ejected from that staff quarter immediately. So go and check chapter 4 of the public service rule. It's very clear about dismissal. So thank you, my brother.
Okay. Because of the time.
No.
Because of the time, we take only one question. Mr. Awejabi.
hello, good evening, Mr. Jami. Good evening, Mr. Akimu.
Good evening, Mr. Awijamiu.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for the effort. I have questions that I want you to clarify here.
Okay.
You speak to issue, and somebody actually collaborated on that there are two particular area of exit that you are speaking to now, that it can either be the officer that has initiated that, or it can be from the employer. Now, my question is, and that was the same thing this person is speaking to now, issue of dismissal or not. Now, I want to ask, is there any other way outside the individual office or the employer, which is government, that can initiate somebody to...
Hello, Mr.
outside
Awi.
these two persons?
Your
Yes, sir.
voice is shaking. Please project your voice. I can't hear you. It's shaking. Maybe because of the network. But project your voice.
Okay.
I want to hear the question properly. Hello,
I
sir.
said you. Hello, can you hear me now?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
I can hear you. But just
Let
like
me
this,
try.
this is shaking. But I can hear you. Please.
So, I want to try to remove the earpiece. Maybe that one will help the matter.
Okay.
What I'm speaking to is you stipulated that there are two ways of people exiting service, and one of it is initiation, or the government itself, who is the employer of labor. Those were two areas you actually speak to. Now, I'm now saying, is it possible that there's a party that can initiate the exit of any
is it
officer
possible?
of
Is it
government?
possible for what? Is it possible for what? I can't hear you.
Is it possible?
Yes.
Is it possible for any third party? Is it possible for any third party to initiate an exit of an officer from service? Is it possible for? Can you hear me, please? I said you
Yes.
mentioned. No, just tell me if you can hear me, and I will split it simply so that it can be a straightforward question. Can you hear me now? Okay. Let me put it so simple. I said during the course of your presentation, and somebody also reiterated it, that he's happy that he learned that there are two ways to leave service. That
Not
is
only
either the exit is initiated by the officer, that is the individual employee, or the state government or the employer itself. Those are the two areas that were stated. I'm now asking, is there any third way for an officer to leave service, not primarily by himself or herself, or even initiated by government? Can any third party at all, initiate a process that an officer will be allowed to leave service? Either one is a criminal issue, either two, somebody writes petition against that person, either three is a kind of, is there any other third way that an officer can leave service, and it is not by himself that he has presented that, and it is not the government that initiated it, but a third party outside these two people? Can that one happen? That is the first question. If that is clear,
it can happen.
Okay. Can I go on with the question so that you can just answer it all through?
I'm listening to you.
Okay. The second question is, those people who are resigning, either they are resigning by themselves if they are 10 years, or they are withdrawing their service, or making a kind of retirement by themselves. Now, if they said they are going to pay 1 month in lieu of notice, or 3 months in lieu of notice, what is it that constitutes that month in lieu of notice? Because I do see that most of our members or our staff or our officers do not actually know what it takes to pay. Is either they want to pay 1 month, they think it's just the salary alone they are paying, or all the emoluments they are collecting without or with the deduction that's supposed to come with it, or it is the net or the gross they are supposed to pay. I want you to educate us on this platform so that we know when people are supposed to go and pay a month or 3 months in lieu of notice. They will know either they are paying the gross or they know they are paying the net. And my last question, that one you can decide to answer it, or we'll leave it to another time for issue of pension. And that is to say that whoever by way of exit is leaving the service, what is the new law that affects that person that is exiting, as into the amount of contribution he has paid or he has not paid? How many years will it take him? Is it until when he's 70 or when he's 90 or 100 before he can get his money, or he can get it immediately? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. The first question, someone can leave the service through the third party. Assuming someone die in the course of the service now, the family of the person can process his death benefits through the deceased agency. So that is for the first one. The second question, which bordered on resignation, withdrawal, and voluntary retirement. As you have rightly said, hello?
Hello, go on, sir.
Hope you got the first my response to the first question. Hello?
I got the first one, but I got the
I'm
first
speaking to the
one.
second one
But
now.
I think
I'm speaking to the
yes,
second
but the
one.
first one and the first one, you only spoke to the issue of debt. That one is a natural issue.
Natural issue.
I'm asking, can there not be a third party person that can initiate?
Third party can initiate if paraventure.
Can there not be another party that can?
Hello?
You are breaking, sir. I can't hear you. I'm not sure if it's me alone, but I can't hear at all. Mr. Jami, I don't know if you can hear from that end, but I can't hear him.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes, you can speak now. I can't hear you in the last few minutes.
Network from we have lost our facilitator. Okay. Mr. Awesa.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Awe.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Mr. Jami, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. We have lost our facilitator. So maybe we postpone that question in another day.
No problem.
On Monday, we are going to have Director Laspec on this call so that we can ask more questions on that, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I say a very big thank you for your time. And I'm expecting your emojis to fly, even in the absence of our facilitator, so that to appreciate this call. I think he'll be trying to join us back, but due to the time, so that everybody can prepare for tomorrow. Thank you very much, Mr. Awe. Thank you very much, every one of us that joined this call. Please, I hope you learn one or two things. At times, what they call hints, in Yoruba we call it orijo, normally come out from question that we ask. So like I said, the examination question will come in form of case studies, especially those on level 14, 15, 16. So, but we will try as much as possible to make everything easy, and I believe it will be easy for us by the grace of God. So please access our YouTube channel, subscribe so that I can get information. I'm begging you, please, at least 1 hour to access the library and note something, jot it down. For those who are eligible, we have platform for you guys, Telegram and YouTube, and WhatsApp. So where that channel will be furnish all the necessary material, the audio version of our session and other materials to guide you towards your examination. And I wish you guys successful ahead. Thank you very much. Good night. Have a lovely night rest. Normally, our culture here, we call on someone to appreciate our facilitator, but unfortunately, network have kicked our facilitator out. But nevertheless, I will still call someone to appreciate this call. Please, Rashidat iPhone, can you unmute yourself and just appreciate us? Rashidat iPhone. Mudasola Oladele, can you unmute yourself? I know you want to ask question. Mudasola Oladele. Anyway, let's assume it's network from their side. So once again, thank you very much for taking your time to participate in this call. I hope you enjoy something and I hope you take something home. And okay, okay, we are with you. Can you just appreciate the call?
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you all for the valuable insight shared today. I'm sure we have truly learned a lot from each other. Thank you so very much, sir. And I'm grateful to be part of such inspiring and educative space. Thank you so much, and God bless everyone. Over.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Good night. Have a lovely night rest.